And do we have Coach Montgomery?
Hello.
Coach, thank you for joining us on the call. Tulane is 1-6 overall, 0-3 in the American Athletic Conference. Golden Hurricane in action last Saturday against Arkansas. Arkansas won the game 23-0. Tulsa back at home Saturday against Tulane at H.A. Chapman Stadium in Tulsa. Game will be at 7 Eastern, 6 Central on ESPNU. Coach, thank you for joining us. If we can just get your thoughts on the game at Arkansas, and we expect to see you get back into conference play at home against Tulane, please.
Yeah, obviously disappointed in what we did on Saturday. I thought our defense played well enough for us to win. We just, offensively and special teams, didn't do what we needed to do. We got to be more consistent. We've got to put some drives together. We get down the red zone. We had opportunities down there to get points and didn't execute at the level we needed to. And so we got to continue to keep getting better, continue to go back to work, and finding some answers to all of that. As you look at Tulane, obviously a very well-coached team, very disciplined about what they do, make it difficult for you on the defensive side with all the option-based offense that they run, limit you on possessions, and you got to make the most of the possessions that you get. You look at them defensively, played extremely well all year long. I mean, do a great job of flying around, great job of tackling, make you line up and go earn yards. And so we know we got our hands full this week and looking forward to being back home.
We'll take questions for Coach Philip Montgomery, please. *1 on your telephone keypad will put you in the queue, and the operator will introduce you. Coach, I'll take the first one while we wait for people to get queued up. You mentioned the special teams play in the game against Arkansas. How much of a momentum swing does that make? I mean, aside from the obvious, not coming away with 0 points when it looks like you're poised to get some, but what does that do? Either when you have to go back on the field for defense, or even the next time on offense, does the momentum really play a factor in how the rest of that quarter plays out, or the rest of the game plays out?
Yeah, I mean, it affects you, obviously, but you can't let it affect you. I mean, you get down there, you got to get points. When you have miscues in those areas, momentum is such a huge part of this game. And any time that you can get points on the board and take advantage of those opportunities, you got to make the most of them. And so from a momentum standpoint, obviously, it affects you. And it can affect the rest of the game. Obviously, the outcomes are what they are. We had an opportunity to take a 3-point lead, take a 6-point lead, or a 6-3 lead, and at worst, at halftime, we should have been, 10-6. So all of those things matter in the outcomes of games.
I wanted to ask specifically about a couple of players on defense. A veteran guy, obviously, Cooper Edmiston, having a huge year, almost a walking takeaway with the number of times he's able to get interceptions or recover fumbles. But then also a relatively new guy, Zaven Collins, and the impact he's made. Can you just talk about the impact that those two have had on really what's been a very strong defense all year?
Yeah, Cooper, I really feel like, finally, after a year of starting underneath his belt, coming into year 2 of that, as obviously his level of play has picked up tremendously. I think he's a guy that does a great job in the box. He's got a nose for the football, getting us aligned and getting us set each and every snap. And then, really Zaven, because of injury, has kind of been thrown into the fire there at the Will Backer and done a tremendous job. He's a big kid that's athletic, very intelligent, plays the game the way you want him to play it. He's learning each and every week and getting better each and every week. That's what you want to see out of him. Going to be a great leader for us. Been really proud of those guys and several other guys on our defense. Travis Gibson has played really well the last couple of weeks, and McKinley Whitfield is having another special year.
Just one more for me, if I can. I think you're now one of 5 schools in the conference now that has gone with started a freshman quarterback this year. Can you talk about some of the challenges that come with that when maybe they look like freshmen, but then also the skill set that particularly Seth brings to your team, and how you balance those two to get the best results?
Yeah, we're going through some growing pains with Seth right now, and I think he's got a bright future. He's just, we're having to throw him into the fire, and he's learning each and every week. Obviously, we got to continue to improve, and got to make better decisions. Got to take advantage of opportunities when we have them. he's showing some really good signs at practice, and we got to take that and put it at game time. So we got to continue to keep growing. Our guys around us have got to continue to raise their level of play and help him in those situations.
Do you have any final questions for Coach Montgomery? Please star 1 on your telephone keypad if so. Coach, as always, we appreciate your time. Look forward to talking to you once again next Monday.